So good morning, everybody. I am so tired. I am not a morning person. But it's one of those days where we have to get up early. So there's a lot going on today. Our cleaning crew is here right now, as you can kind of hear. Andy's still sleeping, so I'm not going to have them bother him today. And they're just vacuuming downstairs, so they're just going to they're going to sweep from my bedroom floor because I have to get my bedding changed, and I don't really want them doing it. I got too much junk all over my bed. And so they're doing my bathroom, Chris's bathroom, the floors up here. Tat has to go to the vet today to get a clip and clean, exam, shots, and her nails clipped. So we're not going to have them go out onto the porch because there's a chance she could get out and start running around and hide, and then you can't get her, to go on her appointment and stuff. Chris has to get his real ID done today. Andy and me did ours last week on Friday, and I think it was Friday. And then I'm having a spa day tonight. I like to go to the Euro wax place and get my legs and stuff done. And I don't know, it's sort of painful, but I don't know, it couldn't be worse than tattoos, I suppose. And I've never had that done, so don't really plan to. But it, people say, oh, like it's a good kind of pain. So, but anyway, so that's our day. We'll have to go into St. Paul for Kat's appointment. And then we will get her all taken care of. Hello, Joel. How are you today? I'm just kind of talking about our busy day today. That we have our cleaners here. And normally I'm just not a morning person. I'm sorry, but because I don't get a lot of sleep as it is, but you can hear that they're down in Chris's area. And I said it's just an ongoing battle. See our life-size Elvis statue? That, we talked about like opening up a collectibles store, gift shop at one point. And so Chris had gotten this from a friend of his who has a collectible shop up in Egan. And then, we're fairly good, I guess, Elvis fans and stuff. But anyway, so we kind of have the living room in like a blue, it's kind of like a blue velvet couch or whatever, and love seat. And then the curtains are sort of similar to what's actually at Graceland. So we thought, let's just kind of go with some theme like that out here. But I mean, this is supposed to be my living room. And it has become like a laundry room. Chris will bring up all the laundry up here for me to do and stuff. So it's never, I don't think it's ever going to be how I want it. But then the cat has the whole sun porch out here to herself. And she hides. She's hiding, I guess, because she must be inside of one of those tree things. She's got a vet appointment today, but as soon as she hears vacuums and stuff, she hides. But we got to get those windows done out there. And we got like a pull-out couch out there, in case guests or something come. And then and Chris is quite the artist. He did that photo or drawing of one of our cats. And then my bookshelves and all that, And I put these lights up just because I like lights and stuff. But so we got them girls cleaning in the bathroom, my bathroom, down there in Andy's bathroom. And then he's still sleeping. And then I told him, I says, don't do a whole lot in here with the vacuum upstairs anyway. They're all downstairs. So Chris has his whole basement down there, and stuff. And so we just had it painted. Isaac was over last week and painted it for him, and then he's got a bunch of furniture he's getting now to put down in there because he's got his own living room and bathroom, and bedroom, and, you know, all of that down there and stuff and everything. So, but then after these girls leave, they'll be here like about an hour, and then we have them come a couple times a month because there's just too much to do for me, being that Andy is so demanding and stuff. So I just have them come in to do my floors and kitchen and bathrooms and stuff like that, and it helps quite a bit. So because we're constantly, I think yesterday I did 3 loads of dishes in the dishwasher and stuff, and then there's just so much to always do. And then, you know, laundry, we do like 4 to 5 loads of laundry a day, so it's endless. But you're off today, I think, right? So you got big plans today or whatever. Like I said, Chris is off on Mondays, and then this week he's lucky because he's off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday due to the holiday. So that'll be kind of nice. And here comes one of my girls. They got the bathroom kind of done. And yeah, I don't have any carpeting on this level at all. Chris has just the stairs. He doesn't really like carpeting either. We found out that when we had carpeting, we like sneezed all the time and would get sick a lot more and stuff. And I don't know if it was because with the wheelchair bringing so much dirt in from outside and stuff, or what, you know, but we're a lot happier having it with no carpeting. So, but yeah, so he's got to go get his Real ID done today. We got ours done last week, and then we got to get passports too. I guess if we would have got the passport first, we wouldn't have had to get the Real ID. I don't know how that works, but I thought, oh well, it never hurts to have more ID, I guess. So I'm just sitting here waiting for them to kind of get their stuff done, and then we got to get the cat packed up and get her on her appointment. So... But yeah, we've gotten a lot done here since we moved in. We've been here a little over a year now, and we got this floor all done. This was a carpet before. So Empire had I think it was like a 40% off deal. And I thought, wow, that's really a good deal. So we jumped on that, and then, you know, we had Andy's bathroom all done and stuff. So it's a roll-in shower now. And those were the 2 biggest projects. Now we got to get those windows done out there, and they're coming out in a couple weeks, and we'll set up whenever they're going to do that, because those windows like fog up out there, and everybody in the neighborhood said they've had to have their windows redone, their porch windows. So I don't know if they just didn't put really good ones in or whatever to start with, but the lady that lived here, she was the original owner, and she was here since 1992 or 3. I think it was 92 that they built these. So those are pretty much the original windows. So it's time they get done anyway, you know. But there's a deal right now. I think it's with Champion that we're having come out. And if you buy 2, you get 2 free. So that should solve that issue pretty quickly. And then we're not sure if we're gonna do a patio or a deck out there in the back, or if we're going to do a combination of both, or what we're going to do. But and then once that's done, we're pretty much done here with this structure. I don't know if we're ever going to finish our storeroom downstairs, but we might, you know, I don't know. We don't know what we want to do with it is the biggest problem. We had 2 like 10 by 20 storage units, and when we got moved in here, we were able to eliminate those and move everything downstairs. So I don't know if we're ever going to have anything other than a storeroom, but that's okay, you know. And then like the lady next door, her house she doesn't have a basement in her. Some of them just decided not to have basements put in. I'm glad we got a place with a basement. But hers is really nice. She has a deck and stuff on hers, and she has the corner lot. We're next to her, and then she's getting up there in age, and I might buy that one from her when she's ready to sell it or whatever, because then I could be right next door to the guys and have a little time to myself maybe once in a great while. But then traveling a lot. I like to travel and get out of here once in a while and stuff, so be going back down south probably sometime after June. We're gonna go before, but everybody's on their tour, gonna be starting up their tours now. I think Hardy just started up his tour, and so they're all gonna be going on tour now and stuff. And we were gonna go to, is it called Gulf Shores in Alabama? And that's going to be like on the beach there and stuff. And with the wheelchair, it's not real accessible with getting a wheelchair around on the beach, you know, in the sand and stuff. So we kind of said, I think we're going to pass on that opportunity, because while it would be fun, I just think it would be really hard to navigate him around on that sand, because they don't really have a lot of designated area for wheelchairs and stuff, you know, either. So I suppose a lot of them don't even think about stuff like that when they plan it, but it's like I just have to be able to navigate with him, and it's going to be super packed. That thing sold out within a couple of hours. So, but then there's some other things kind of going on, and we go up to Duluth in August. This year we're going up in July also to see the tall ships. That should be kind of fun. So, but yeah, so last night we had like 10 deer in the yard, front yard, and we've been having a lot of ducks and stuff, and we always have our squirrels and our rabbits. I don't know if you got a lot of that down there by you too, because you're just kind of down around the bend from us. So but because we got that forest in the backyard, we get a lot of wildlife here, and I really like that though, because when we lived over at the gated community, we didn't get a whole lot of animals in there. We had squirrels and rabbits and birds, and that was about it. But it's really cool to have all these deer and stuff in the yard, and then the lake, Ellie Magnet Lake, I suppose they come from there too sometimes. So, but that is all we are doing today. But we had to get up super early because taking her in, she goes, oh actually it's Mendota that she goes to for her vet appointments, and it's so hard to get animals in carriers, oh I tell you. So but hope everybody had a good weekend. Ours was pretty busy, getting ready for Easter and stuff, and church and stuff and everything. But see, Chris, he keeps buying all this stuff from Sam's, and I'll get like everything put away and organized, and then it's back to square one again. So I just kind of give up because I don't know what to do about it. And it's like, he half owns the house, you know, he's co-owner here and stuff. So, and I wanted it to be that way so they could have the house if anything happens to me or whatever. So but so, you know, you can't really say too much, I guess. He has it how he wants it. chaos is the word. So, but yeah, so not much else going on. I don't think there's any major news or anything that I've heard of or anything going on. So hopefully it's a calm day. But hope you have a good day, Joel. I'm gonna I think I've talked about pretty much everything there is. So so they're gonna start mopping my floor now. Yeah, just that, honey. If you can get under the bed, I'm sure there's like some dust bunnies under there. I don't have them do my room that often because it's kind of a small. Yeah, you can go on in there, just under the bed and stuff. You don't have to worry about anything else, just that. It's a mess in there. I have to get my bedding changed and stuff, and then the bathroom, I would show you that, except they're in there cleaning it. So, but yeah, it's worked out pretty nice here. It's funny how this happened, because I don't know if I ever told you, but we only had a week before. Say hi to Joel. He's on.
Hey Joel, how you doing, buddy? I'm a member specialist now, folks. Just want to let you know that at Sam's Frontline Member Service.
Yeah, he got promoted for the 3rd time this within a year.
In a matter of a year's time, believe it or not.
Yeah, pretty good. So.
I have my own internet meme like that kid who, I don't know what it is. It's going to be, instead of his face looking like this, it's going to be me doing this.
So, but we only had a week to go before we either had to renew our lease at the other place or just, you know, like fend for ourselves kind of thing. And we weren't, there were so many like real estate investors that kept buying up everything. And I thought, I don't know if we're ever going to find something, you know, and I told the real estate agent, I said, he said, why don't you sign like a 3-month, you know, lease at your place? And I said, you know, I don't want to. I mean, they were jacking the rent up from $2,800 a month to $3,250, and I said, I'm not gonna pay that. I'll just like stay at a hotel or something if I have to or whatever, you know. And he says, you're crazy. I said, I'm just gonna put it all in God's hands, and I'm just going to, you know, something will come up or whatever's meant to be will happen. And he thought I was crazy. And you know that a couple days later, he called me and he said that there was this place, and we had another place we were going to look at that Friday. And he said, why don't you look at this place? And I said, well, what's the address of it? And he wanted to show it to me, but I was doing rides for the ride company that I, you know, was working at part-time. And I said, just give me the address because I'm out and about. I don't really know when I could meet you anyway to, you know, have you show it to us. Just let me look at it from the outside. I want to sort of see where it is and stuff, and then I'll call you back or whatever. And when I got over here that day, me and Andy had done a ride, and we come over here. They were having an open house, and I thought, geez, that's weird. It was like a Monday or a Tuesday, and he was having it from like 1 to 3, and our real estate agent didn't know anything about it. And I said, I didn't call him or anything. I just thought, I'm gonna just like go in there and look at it, you know. And I really liked it, and I said, I think this would work. So I told the guy that was here. He was talking to somebody else. And see all my collectible stuff. And so anyway, I don't sell it anymore so much. I kind of quit my business, but I'm gonna liquidate it. We're gonna have a garage sale in June. But getting back to the house, I said, you know, I'm gonna have my agent call you, and we're gonna put in an offer. And we put in an offer, and the next day they took it. And then we did a quick close on it, and we got a really good deal on it. So I said, that's how fast that happened. It was, you know, just crazy how it happened and stuff. And I had showed Chris the pictures of it and everything, and I said, it's gonna work out great, and you'll have your own like apartment in the basement and stuff. So did you like the house pretty much when you saw it?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah. It just, we wanted to have something so he'd have his own apartment in the basement and stuff, and everything. Yeah. And so then we have our garage, which is pretty packed with stuff too, and but we put a aluminum ramp in there so Andy can get into the house. We'll have to do something off the back porch eventually for him too, but right now that's how we get in and out of here. So, but but yeah, they said they have 4 houses to do today, and ours is number 2. So I'm gonna just wrapping everything up here and stuff. So, but hope you have a good day, Joel. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get in there to get my hair cut. Oh, I don't really. I'm kind of growing it out, so I don't know if I want to cut it just anytime real soon or not. But just a trim probably. But I thought, well, today I'm gonna, it's kind of like my day where, my little spa day. Usually it would be in the afternoon, but because of the cat appointment, I'm gonna go tonight instead. And Chris and me are just sitting here chatting.
I'm just sitting down here.
Oh, okay. So, making fun of me laughing. So, he's taking his vitamins and doesn't want nobody to see.
No.
Huh?
You're talking about it.
That you're taking your vitamins.
Why not? I'm just moving the bottle.
Oh, well, you opened it, so I thought you were taking them. Okay, whatever. So, have a great day, Joel, and we'll talk to you later, okay? I'm gonna let my girls finish up here, and then we gotta get the cat going to the vet.
That rhymes with that.